Well, good afternoon, Long Beach. Today's our community and press briefing for March the 31st, 2021. I'm joined by Dr. Anissa Davis, who is of course, our City Health Officer, who will make some remarks and also be able to answer any questions. Want to go over a little bit about this week, where our vaccine rollout is, and then a little bit about what happens next with the reopening state blueprint and where we're at as of right now. First, I just want to start by noting that today has been, as we're reflecting back, just a really great few days in the city, especially with campuses reopening here in Long Beach. I had a chance to visit a campus on Monday and to see all the kids come back. So excited. I was expecting to, to run into kids that were maybe a little bit more nervous or a little bit more scared to be back in school. And every single kid that I talked to was so happy to be back in school. And that was just really heartening to see. They were in their classrooms, excited, and I want to thank all the teachers and staff at Alvarado Elementary for inviting me on Monday. It was great to be there. And we now have thousands of our kids back in our classrooms, and they've been back this week, and soon our middle schoolers and high schoolers will also be back in the classroom. We are the largest school district in the state of California to be reopened as it relates to classrooms. And so that is because we came in early and, of course, vaccinated teachers and school staff when we did. So thank you to the Long Beach Unified School District and everyone that's been involved in that process. On vaccines, again, we have been really doing a great job, I think, in the city. Right now, we are vaccinating anyone 50 and over, as well as the other eligible categories. We were able to move ahead to that category, ahead of the state of California and the rest of the county. And of course, we are now getting ready for opening up our eligibility to everyone or anyone that wants a vaccine. And so we know that the state has set an April 15th date on that for anyone that's 16 and over. We are looking at that date. We're also exploring if we can, if there's an opportunity for us to even start that sooner. But that's something, of course, that our health team is looking at as vaccine doses are coming into the city. But I do have some good news. We have now administered over 205,000 vaccinations. Of these, 130,000 have been first doses. And if you can believe this, over 36% of eligible adults, so basically those 16 plus, have been vaccinated in Long Beach. 36% of eligible adults. And when you look at our senior population, over 85%, so almost 86% of the older population, 65 and older, have been vaccinated. And you look at just the number across the country, that number is closer to 50% in the United States of seniors having received at least one dose. We're at almost 86% of our seniors almost having received one dose. And by the way, we have been outpacing our LA County and Orange County on those numbers, as well as the overall vaccination rate. If you look at the LA County numbers, we have certainly been leading the pack there, which has been great to see, and a huge thanks to our health team for that work. And so Long Beach is getting vaccinated, and our folks are getting vaccinated here at a quicker rate, and certainly I think a more successful rate than most of the state of California, and that's something to celebrate. Now, of course, if you are interested in getting vaccinated, we recommend folks to go to the MyTurn site, which we're all aware of. That's in the portal now that everyone is using. If you are and were in the VaxLB site, we've been reaching out to you, and as folks have become eligible, we have reached out to people directly. We also, of course, have our all of our hotline that's available at the city, and the website for the city has all that information. Now I want to just transition to talk about our blueprint to reopen the economy that the state has. So we are aware, of course, that the state has announced that Long Beach, along with LA County, is able now to move into the orange tier. So we went from purple to red, and now we're able to move into the orange. The state has made it clear the LA County, which includes us, of course, has met that criteria, which is considered the moderate tier. So we will be issuing our new health order today. And I want to share some of the highlights. So our health order and our orange tier status will begin tomorrow. And so beginning essentially at midnight tonight, the orange tier will be in place for the city of Long Beach. I know that for our business community, and so many workers. This is really important, but I want to talk about what that means and why safety is still really important. First, what does the Orange Team mean for businesses? It means that indoor dining can increase capacity from 25 to 50%. It also means that movie theaters can increase capacity from 25 to 50%. It means that our aquarium and local museums can go from 25 to 50% as well. And it means that in-person religious services could also increase indoor capacity from 25 to 50%. Now, gyms and fitness centers, which have been at 10%, can go to 25%. Pools may open and operate with protocols, and this includes hot tubs and saunas and steam. This includes some outdoor swimming operations as well. Now, indoor hot tubs, saunas, and steam rooms must remain closed, but outdoor operations will be in the health protocol that we release later tonight. Also, retail establishments can operate at normal capacity, in accordance with the protocols we put in place. Now, bars, where there's no food, so a bar only where no food is provided, can operate outdoors in the new tier. And of course, we'll soon be able to see live events and some outdoor events at limited capacity as well, which we discussed last time. Now, business owners who want more information can call our BizCare hotline, which is 570-4BIZ or 570-4249, just to get more information. They can also, of course, email us. Now, I want to just speak more broadly. Now, Long Beach isn't the only, of course, jurisdiction moving into orange. LA County has announced that they will be moving into the orange over the next few days, and you're seeing that up and down the state. Two things. One is, this is, of course, good news for the economy, for businesses, for retail workers, and for folks coming back to work. But this does not mean that somehow the pandemic is over and that the seriousness of the crisis is over. We still have folks in the hospital. Folks still die in this country and in our city on a regular, almost daily basis, sometimes daily basis here in the city of Long Beach. And so it's really important that we still do our part. So that means wearing masks when we're outside. That means making sure that we are not gathering in large groups, that we are meeting and sharing spaces with those in our family or those that are in our immediate group, small household groups. And so we're making this progress, we all know, but please remember that the pandemic is not over. And mask wearing is not solely to protect you, it's to protect others around you. So please, even though you have the vaccine, some of you, please note that you want to protect other people that may not have the vaccine yet. And so please wear your mask. Let's continue to be safe. And with that, I will turn this over to Dr. Davis.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. So with the warmer weather upon us and with us advancing into the orange tier and spring break coming soon, I want to remind everyone that now is not the time to take a break from following the safety guidelines and making good choices to keep you and your family safe. Continue to opt for outdoor activities rather than indoor activities. Enjoy a staycation instead of traveling. Limit the time you spend, even outdoors, with others outside of your immediate household. We're making progress, but the pandemic is not over, and the choices you make today affect the weeks ahead. In 2020, COVID-19 was the third leading cause of death in the United States, behind heart disease and cancer. As of today, 52,213 Long Beach residents have tested positive for COVID-19, and we've lost 910 Long Beach residents to COVID-19. Our hearts go out to the loved ones and family of these residents. And currently, 96 Long Beach residents are hospitalized. We have the ability to prevent transmission by the choices we make. Wearing a face covering, washing your hands, physical distancing are proven to be effective in reducing the spread of the COVID-19 virus. We're moving into the orange tier, and I again encourage you to proceed with caution. We're headed in the right direction, but we don't want to lose traction and experience a surge due to community transmission. You may have seen photos in the news or on social media of people gathering, doing mass gatherings, and oftentimes without face masks. Those are examples of what not to do. Please keep that 6 feet bubble of personal space and wear your face covering in public settings, even if you've been fully vaccinated. I know we keep repeating this message, but it's so important in order to keep us safe and to continue our forward momentum. And adhering to these precautions is what's allowing us to open schools and open businesses. So we need to keep it up so that we'll continue to be successful. Before I wrap up, I want to talk about our parks for the weekend. I want to wish happy holidays to everybody celebrating Passover and Easter. The Easter Sunday holiday is the busiest day of the year at our parks. As a reminder, all visitors must abide by the public health and safety protocols to keep everyone safe. Group size is limited to 3 households and no more than 15 people total. You still need to practice physical distancing, and face coverings are required in all public areas, including parks. Please visit our website at longbeach.gov/city-press-release-archive to see a press release that includes tips and rules so you can enjoy a wonderful time and a safe experience at our city parks and beaches. And now I'll turn it back over to Mayor Garcia.
Thank you. I think now we can take a question. I believe we have Haley Mungia on the line from Press Telegram. Haley, will you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hi, yeah, my question is about the timing of loosening the restrictions due to the orange tier. LA County and Pasadena are both waiting until Monday, and so I was just hoping to hear a little bit more about why Long Beach is moving quicker than the county and Pasadena.
Yes, thank you. So there's always a judgment call, but we felt, and the state felt, that the community transmission is at the level where if we as a community take all of the safety precautions that we need to take, that we could open our businesses further into the orange tier. So it will be really important for all of us to take responsibility for the fact that we are opening maybe a couple of days before other jurisdictions. I believe Orange County is also opening at around the same time. But it's really up to us and our businesses and our community members to make sure that we're wearing our masks, physically distancing, not doing mass gatherings in order for our orange tier opening to be really successful.
Okay, that concludes questions, and now we will have Spanish interpretation.
Muy buenas tardes, gracias por acompañarnos. Hoy es nuestro comunicado de prensa para el miércoles 31 de marzo del 2021. Hoy nos acompañó el alcalde García y la doctora Davis, oficial de salud de la ciudad. Ha sido una semana emocionante para la ciudad de Long Beach. Miles de niños, adolescentes y personal regresaron a la instrucción en persona esta semana y ayer se anunció que Long Beach, junto con el resto del condado de Los Ángeles, podría pasar al nivel menos restrictivo, al color naranja. Vamos a empezar ahora con información sobre la distribución de vacunas aquí en nuestra ciudad. Continuamos vacunando a tantas personas en categorías elegibles como lo está permitiendo nuestro suministro. En este punto es cualquier persona de 50 años o más que viva o trabaje aquí en la ciudad de Long Beach. Y a partir del 15 de abril, cualquier persona mayor de 16 años que viva o trabaje en la ciudad será elegible para vacunarse. Se han administrado más de 205,000 dosis de vacunas en Long Beach y de estos casi 130,000 son primeras dosis y casi 76,000 son segundas dosis. En total, 137,109 residentes de Long Beach han sido vacunados. Los porcentajes aquí en la ciudad es un total del 29% de todos nuestros residentes han sido vacunados. Y si tomamos a solamente la gente elegible, 16 y para arriba, son 36.3% de nuestros residentes que han sido vacunados. Y de nuestros adultos mayores, 65 años o más, el 85.4% de nuestros adultos mayores han sido vacunados en comparación con 50% en los Estados Unidos. Si está interesado en vacunarse, visite myturn.ca.gov. Lo deletreo es myturn.ca.gov para poder registrarse usando el portal de vacunación del estado, o también puede llamar a la línea directa de COVID-19 en California, que es área 833-422-4255. Se lo repito, es 833-422-4255. Como usted ya sabrá, el Estado desarrolló el plan para una economía más segura para guiar a negocios y actividades basadas en la transmisión de COVID-19 y las tasas de caso. El más restrictivo en el cual empezamos era el morado, bajamos ahora al rojo y empezando mañana estaremos en el nivel naranja. Ayer el Estado anunció que el condado de Los Ángeles, que incluye la ciudad de Long Beach, cumplió con los criterios para pasar al nivel naranja. Es un nivel moderado. El segundo nivel menos restrictivo según el sistema decodificado para colores. Y como mencioné, eso empieza mañana, el 1 de abril. Hoy la ciudad ofrecerá una orden de salud revisada y quiero compartir algunos de sus aspectos para que ustedes sepan qué es lo que va a cambiar empezando mañana. Para Long Beach, ese nivel naranja significa que los restaurantes, museos y acuarios, cines y servicios religiosos pueden operar en interiores al 50% de su capacidad. Ahorita estamos a un 25%, entonces empezando mañana van a poder subir a 50%. Las salas de comedor de cine, mencioné, van a estar al 50% o 200 personas, lo que sea menor. Los gimnasios y centros de ejercicio pueden aumentar la capacidad de 10% a lo que están ahora al 25%. Y las piscinas pueden abrirse y funcionar de acuerdo con los protocolos. Los jacuzzis, saunas y baños de vapor al interior deben permanecer cerrados. Los negocios, tiendas, incluyendo los centros comerciales, pueden operar a su capacidad normal de acuerdo con todos los protocolos. Los bares donde no se ofrece servicio de comidas pueden operar al aire libre sin modificaciones. Y pronto veremos eventos al aire libre en vivo con capacidad limitada. Más detalles estará disponible en nuestra página web de la ciudad. Los dueños de negocios pueden llamar a la línea directa de BizCare, que ayuda a los negocios en la ciudad, al área 562-570-4249, de lunes a viernes de 8 de la mañana a 5 de la tarde para más información y saber exactamente qué porcentaje va a cambiar para usted. Esta es una gran noticia para nuestras empresas locales y demuestra que nuestras acciones colectivas continúan llevándonos en la dirección correcta. Las empresas están haciendo su parte para modificar las operaciones y reconfigurar las áreas de asientos para garantizar ese distanciamiento físico, y los empleados están siguiendo los protocolos de limpieza y desinfección. Debemos hacer nuestra parte cumpliendo con nuestra orden de salud, usando cubiertas para la cara y limitar las reuniones con personas fuera de nuestro hogar. Con el clima más cálido sobre nosotros, el avance al nivel naranja y las vacaciones de primavera próximamente, queremos recordarle a todos que ahora no es el momento de tomar un descanso, de seguir estas pautas de seguridad y tomar buenas decisiones para mantener a usted y a su familia seguro. Opte por actividades al aire libre en lugar de actividades al interior. Disfrute de una estadía en vez de viajar. Limite el tiempo que pasa, incluso al aire libre, con personas fuera de su hogar. Y estamos progresando, pero la pandemia todavía está aquí. Las decisiones que tome hoy afectarán las próximas semanas. En el 2020, COVID-19 fue la tercera causa principal de muerte en los Estados Unidos, después de las enfermedades cardíacas y cáncer. Al día de hoy, 52,213 residentes de Long Beach han dado positivo por COVID-19. Hemos perdido trágicamente a 910 residentes de Long Beach a causa de este virus y actualmente tenemos a 96 residentes de Long Beach que están hospitalizados. Tenemos la capacidad de prevenir la transmisión mediante las decisiones que nosotros tomemos. Se ha demostrado que el uso de esa cubierta facial, la práctica de un buen higiene y el distanciamiento físico son efectivos para reducir la propagación de este virus. Ahora que estamos en el nivel naranja y nuevamente le recomendamos que por favor proceda con precaución. Es posible que haya visto fotos en las noticias con personas reunidas en masa sin máscaras faciales y eso son ejemplos de lo que no debe hacer. Por favor, mantenga esa burbuja de espacio personal de 6 pies y use ese cubierto de cara en lugares públicos, incluso si haya ya sido vacunado por completo. Sé que seguimos repitiendo el mismo mensaje, pero es de suma importancia para poder mantener a nuestra comunidad segura. Cumplir con esas precauciones es lo que nos permite abrir las escuelas y negocios, así que tomemos por favor, esa precaución en lo que estamos haciendo estas próximas semanas, especialmente durante esas vacaciones. Antes de terminar, queremos desearles felices fiestas a todos los que celebran la Pascua. La festividad del Domingo de Resurrección es el día más activo del año en nuestros parques. Como recordatorio, todos los visitantes deben cumplir con los protocolos de seguridad y salud pública para mantener a todos a salvo. El tamaño del grupo está limitado a 3 hogares y no más de 15 personas en total. Por favor, practique el distanciamiento físico y se requiere cubrirse la cara en todas las áreas públicas. Visite nuestro sitio de web longbeach.gov para ver un comunicado de prensa que incluye consejos y reglas para que pueda disfrutar de un tiempo maravilloso y una experiencia segura en nuestros parques y las playas aquí de nuestra ciudad. Eso va a ser todo por hoy. Le agradecemos a ustedes por acompañarnos. That is all for today. We thank you for joining us. If you have tuned in during our Spanish translation, please visit our Facebook page to see this press briefing from the beginning with Dr. Davis and Mayor Garcia. Thank you so much.